businesses look like this. You know, there's some marketing, sales, service, sort of the front end of the business. The back end of the business is sort of accountancy, finance, things like that. We talk about getting your organisation all moving in one direction, and we talk about becoming a customer-first organisation. What does that mean? That means that everything you do in your business should be about your customer. Everything you do in your business should be about customer. Don't do anything in your business which isn't going to add to delivering customer delight. And that's the big message. So if you want to become a customer-first organisation, as we call it, we think there's 2 stages to this, and it's a cycle. You keep going. You don't just do it once and stop. As the market changes, you do it again and again and you evolve. So it starts by creating something which solves a customer's problem. And what we talk about is, if you look at the example of iPad versus the Surface, Microsoft launched the Surface 3 or 4 years before the iPad. Didn't work because they didn't get the marketing right, they didn't get the usability right of that. So we talk about building something that's going to create an emotional response in your customer. And that emotional response is going to be very simply get them to know you, to like you, and to trust you. Because when they do that, what are they going to do? They're going to buy from you. And when they buy from you once and you do a great job, they're going to buy from you again. So it's creating something that generates that emotional response in your audience. And if your objective is to inspire people, then your branding should be inspirational. If your objective is to make people feel happy and contented, then your branding should be from that. And everything you do in your organisation should flow from that. So we talk about thinking about your customers and getting a proper PhD in your customers and their problems, what they like, what they don't like. We talk about getting their fun points, so what they like, their pain points, what keeps them up at night, and their life points, where are they in life. So we talk about thinking about your customers to such an extent that the language and the words you use makes complete sense to your customers. And we say get a PhD in their customer and their problems. Let me give you an example of dog food. Dogs don't buy dog food. Who buys the dog food? The dog owner.
Yeah.
And if I haven't got any animals, I would think dogs would probably eat cat favoured dog food, right? Or mice flavoured dog food. But you get dog foods in tuna, Lebanese tuna, and all sorts of weird places. Why is that? Because the branding is speaking to the person who wants to buy the dog food.
Yeah.
I had no sleep last night. And that's the thing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You've got to speak in a way that the person who's buying your product makes sense to them. Okay. Red Bull. Red Bull is a fantastic example. An organisation, Red Bull's brand is all about Red Bull gives you wings. And where do you see the Red Bull branding? They did the space jump, someone jumped out and a spaceship landed on Earth. They do the Red Bull racing, they do BMX and so on. It's all about high energy. It fits in with their brand, doesn't it? And it's because they understand that we're attracting a certain type of person and we're focusing on that person. And then what you do, when you've got that target person in mind, everything in your organisation flows. Your mission, your vision, your values, your employee engagement, your culture, everything about your company flows all towards that target customer. And this is what we talk about in terms of having a customer first mindset. Everything you do, you don't employ people, if you're in a business that works with kids, you don't employ people who don't like kids. It's really simple, So you create something which represents your audience and creates a promotional response.